Hey, I'm Alex, and I had one of those weird moments yesterday where a random smell suddenly reminded me of being a kid.
Hey, I'm Emma. And honestly, that happens to me all the time. It's kind of amazing how memories can appear out of nowhere like that.
Right? It wasn't even something important. I walked past a bakery and suddenly I was thinking about weekends with my family when I was like 8 years old.
That's so specific.
Exactly. And for a second, it felt incredibly real.
I know that feeling. It's like your brain opens an old file you forgot existed,
Yes. And suddenly, you remember tiny details you haven't thought about in years.
like sounds, smells, certain songs.
Or places that don't even exist anymore.
That part always feels strange to me.
Same. Realizing that some places from your childhood are completely different now.
Or gone entirely.
Yeah.
I think childhood memories feel stronger because everything felt bigger back then.
Bigger how?
Like, emotions were bigger. Summers felt longer. Small moments felt more important.
That's true. Even simple things felt exciting.
Exactly. I remember being genuinely excited about things that would seem completely normal now.
Like what?
Honestly, going to the supermarket with my parents.
That's kind of adorable.
I know. But as a kid, it felt like an adventure.
I actually understand that.
Really?
Yeah, I used to love going anywhere in the car at night,
Oh, wow. That's such a specific childhood feeling.
right? Sitting in the back seat, half asleep, looking out the window.
The streetlights passing by,
Exactly.
and somehow that felt peaceful.
Very peaceful.
Childhood has those strangely emotional little moments.
It really does.
Do you have one memory that immediately comes to mind when you think about childhood?
Probably summers at my grandparents' house.
That already sounds nostalgic.
It really is. Nothing extraordinary even happened there, but I remember the feeling so clearly.
What kind of feeling?
Slow days, no schedule, waking up late, eating breakfast outside, hearing people talk in the kitchen while I was still half asleep.
That sounds so comforting.
It was, and as a kid, you don't realize those moments are special.
That's the sad part, honestly.
Yeah, at the time, it just feels normal.
And then years later, you realize those were some of the happiest moments.
Exactly.
Mine would probably be rainy afternoons at home.
Really?
Yeah, I used to love staying inside while it rained outside,
That's such a cozy memory.
right? I'd watch movies, play games, or just sit near the window listening to the rain.
Honestly, that still sounds good today.
It does, but it felt different back then somehow.
I think because as kids, we were more present.
That's true.
We weren't constantly checking phones or thinking about work or responsibilities.
We were just there.
Exactly.
I also miss how easy it was to make friends as a kid.
Oh, wow, yes.
You could literally meet someone for 5 minutes, and suddenly you were best friends.
Just because you liked the same cartoon,
Exactly.
or because you both brought the same snack to school.
And that was enough.
Meanwhile, as adults, making friends feels like a full psychological process.
Seriously. There are schedules involved now,
And calendars.
and emotional availability.
It was much simpler before.
Way simpler.
Did you ever have a favorite toy or thing you were obsessed with as a kid?
Oh, yes, I had this stuffed animal that I took everywhere.
Everywhere?
Everywhere. Trips, school, family visits.
That toy saw the world.
Honestly, yes.
Did you still have it?
I think it's somewhere at my parents' house.
That's kind of sweet.
What about you?
I went through a phase where I was completely obsessed with dinosaurs.
Every kid has a dinosaur phase.
Mine lasted longer than normal,
How long are we talking?
long enough to become slightly embarrassing.
Amazing.
I knew all the dinosaur names.
Of course you did.
And I corrected adults when they pronounced them wrong.
Oh no. You were that kid.
I absolutely was.
Honestly, I respect the confidence.
Thank you.
I think another thing about childhood is how strong imagination was.
Definitely.
Like, you could turn a completely ordinary afternoon into something exciting.
A cardboard box became a spaceship.
Exactly.
Now we buy expensive things for entertainment.
And somehow still get bored.
That's actually kind of depressing.
A little bit.
But maybe kids are just better at enjoying small things.
I think so too.
They don't overcomplicate everything.
Meanwhile, adults can turn even relaxing into stress.
Am I relaxing correctly?
Exactly.
Childhood also had this feeling that time moved slowly.
Yes. Summers felt endless.
Now a month disappears in like 3 days.
Honestly, terrifying.
It really is.
I wonder if kids today will feel nostalgic about the same things we do.
Probably in different ways.
Yeah, their memories will look different, but the feeling might be the same.
That feeling of missing a version of life that no longer exists.
Wow, that's emotional.
Sorry, I got philosophical for a second.
No, but it's true.
I think nostalgia is really just missing how something felt.
Not necessarily the thing itself.
Exactly.
Because if we actually went back to being kids, we'd probably miss a lot of things about being adults too.
Definitely. Like independence.
And money.
Very important.
But still, there's something beautiful about childhood memories.
Yeah, even the small ones.
Especially the small ones.
Funny how random moments become important years later.
And usually, not the moments you expected.
Exactly.
All right, now I kind of want to look through old photos.
Same, although that can be dangerous.
Why?
Because eventually, you find an old haircut.
Ah, yes, childhood betrayal.
Exactly.
Honestly, every kid looked slightly ridiculous at some point.
That's part of the experience.
It builds character.
Or embarrassment.
Maybe both.
All right, let's leave it there before we expose ourselves further.
Agreed.
Thanks for practicing with us. Keep speaking, keep improving. See you in the next one.